I'm Kate Lockwood Jefford, and I'm going to read an excerpt from the beginning of my short story, Fix. A teenager goes missing from a seaside town. By the time his disappearance is reported to police, he's not been seen for 3 days, at least not by anyone in his family. Before the city across the estuary reached out with its award-winning suspension bridge and seized it as a suburb on its western edge, a dormitory for commuters, the seaside town was its own place, a pebbly beach, a pretty esplanade, a pier restored with EU money long before the referendum. House prices have risen, rents increased, the retired population has swelled. Teenagers hang about on street corners or dodge the expensive fares on buses over the bridge to the city. The teenager's sister is in her late 20s and lives near the city end of the bridge in a studio flat bought by her parents. She paints portraits of small children brought to model by doting mums and dads. She watches the traffic zipping both ways along the bridge's 4-lane highway, the racket rasping at her ears like a cloud of raging hornets. Sometimes she blocks it out by listening to music through her headphones, and this is what she was doing the day she had 6 missed calls from her brother. The area around the massive concrete slab anchoring the bridge to the seaside town becomes a destination for drug drops and dealing. Some months previously, the police stopped a van being driven over the bridge with a known drug dealer as a passenger. The driver, a 31-year-old unemployed hospital porter, tried to flee, but gave up on realising his only escape route was a 50-metre drop into the estuary. A consultant psychiatrist in her early 40s arrives for the clinic she runs from a porter cabin in the grounds of the city's hospital, the clinic where she sees the teenager for the mood swings he medicates with illicit drugs. The consultant's secretary hands her an armful of case notes and points at a headline in the local paper. Ex-hospital porter jailed 18 months. Beneath, a photograph of a man with small black eyes in a sickly-looking face set somewhere between tearful and fuck off. Her secretary is excited because he used to work at the hospital's sterile supplies department until he was sacked for stealing surgical gloves. The consultant doesn't recognise him. She feels the first stabs of a headache, takes 2 of the dihydrocodone she keeps in her desk drawer, and opens the teenager's file.